Jim Reeves, 1923 to 1964, was an American country and pop singer who became one of the most beloved figures in country music during the mid-20th century. Known for his smooth voice, gentle delivery, and crossover appeal, he achieved success not only in country music but also in pop and international markets. His life, tragically cut short in a plane crash at the age of 40, left a lasting legacy in the world of music. Early life and career beginnings, 1923 to 1948. Jim Reeves was born on August 20, 1923, in Galloway, Texas, to a farming family. His parents, Thomas and Mary Reeves, were both deeply religious, and music was an important part of his childhood. He showed an early interest in singing, playing the piano, and later, the guitar. After high school, Jim attended Texas A&M University, where he played football and was a member of the Texas A&M Aggies football team. After graduation, Reeves briefly worked in the farming business and later at a radio station in Longview, Texas, where he began performing and honing his musical skills. His deep, rich baritone voice quickly garnered attention, and he began performing on local radio shows and in clubs. During this time, he was influenced by various genres, including traditional country music, jazz, and pop, which would later blend into his signature style. Moved to Nashville and early career, 1949 to 1955. In 1949, Jim Reeves made the pivotal decision to move to Nashville, the heart of the country music industry. His early years in Nashville were marked by a struggle to break into the competitive music scene. He initially found work as a session singer and backing vocalist for various artists, and he recorded for several record labels, though his early solo releases were not commercially successful. Reeves and #039, big break came in 1953 when he signed with RCA Victor and recorded the song Mexican Joe . The song became a hit, reaching the top of the country charts. This success helped to establish him as a rising star in the country music world, and he soon began recording more songs in the same style. Rise to fame and crossover success, 1955 to 1963. Jim Reeves and #039, breakthrough moment came in 1955 with the release of He and #039, LL Have to Go a smooth ballad that blended country with a pop appeal. The song reached number 1 on the Billboard country charts and also charted in the pop charts, marking a significant crossover success. The song and #039's success was helped by Reeves and #039 vocal style, which was characterized by its smooth, controlled delivery, an approach that was at odds with the rougher, honky-tonk style that dominated country music at the time. Over the next few years, Reeves continued to produce hits that solidified his status as one of country music and #039's top stars. His subsequent hits included For Walls 1957, and Yonder Comes a Sucker 1957, and Adios Amigo 1961, all of which were characterized by their slow, melodic phrasing and lush orchestration, sometimes including elements of pop and easy listening. Jim Reeves and #039, unique style. Reeves and #039 style was distinctive and set him apart from other country artists. While he was a skilled country singer, he infused his music with a sense of smooth sophistication that allowed him to appeal to both country and mainstream pop audiences. His voice, often described as a velvet baritone was remarkably rich and expressive, with a gentle delivery that conveyed emotion without the need for vocal excess. In addition to his success in the U.S., Reeves gained a large international following, particularly in Europe, Africa, and Latin America, due in part to his smooth, universal appeal. His popularity in countries like Nigeria and Kenya was remarkable, and he is still considered one of the most beloved artists in some parts of Africa. Tragic death in a plane crash, 1964. On July 31, 1964, Jim Reeves and #039 life was tragically cut short in a plane crash. He had purchased a twin-engine aircraft, a Beechcraft model, in 1963, and was flying it from Nashville to Birmingham, Alabama, when the plane crashed during a storm near Nashville. Both Reeves and his companion, Henry T. Anost, were killed in the crash. Reeves' death at just 40 years old stunned his fans and the music industry. His untimely passing occurred at the peak of his career, leaving many to wonder what further successes he might have achieved had he lived longer. Posthumous success and legacy. Although Jim Reeves was no longer alive to record new music, his legacy only grew after his death. His records continued to sell, and many of his songs were released posthumously. In fact, his most successful posthumous release was Distant Drums 1966, which became a massive international hit, reaching number 1 on the UK charts and charting in multiple countries. The song, originally recorded in 1962, became one of his signature tunes and remains one of his most popular songs. Reeves and #039 music was also used in a variety of formats, from radio play to movie soundtracks. His influence persisted in the years that followed, with artists across multiple genres citing him as an influence. His smooth, refined style helped pave the way for the Nashville sound, a genre that brought country music into the mainstream and attracted a wider audience. Key hits and popular songs. Jim Reeves recorded numerous songs during his career, many of which remain classics to this day. Some of his most famous songs include He and #039, LL Have to Go 1959. Four Walls 1957. Adios Amigo 1961. Distant Drums 1966. Welcome to My World 1964. I Love You Because 1957. Bimbo 1957. Jim Reeves' songs were often characterized by their emotional depth, sincere delivery, and universal themes of love, heartbreak, and longing. His ability to blend country, pop, and easy-listening styles made him one of the most influential figures in mid-20th century music. Personal life and character. Jim Reeves was known for his quiet, humble demeanor, both on and off stage. He was deeply religious and lived by a personal code of modesty and kindness. He married Mary Reeves in 1953, and the couple had no children. His wife, Mary, was deeply affected by his death and remained a key figure in preserving and promoting his legacy after he passed away. Conclusion. Jim Reeves left an indelible mark on country and pop music, and his legacy endures through his timeless songs and smooth vocal style. His blend of country with pop elements helped to shape the sound of the Nashville sound, influencing many artists who followed him. Though his life was tragically cut short, Jim Reeves' voice continues to resonate with fans around the world, ensuring that his place in music history remains secure. The best song of Jim Reeves ever is This World Is Not My Home. Song by Jim Reeves. This world is not my home, I am just a passing through, my treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue, the angels beckon me from heaven, open door, and I cannot feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you, if heaven is not my home then Lord what will I do, the angels beckon me from heaven, open door, and I cannot feel at home in this world anymore. I have a loving mother just up in glory land, and I do not expect to stop until I shake her hand. She is waiting now for me in heaven, open door, and I cannot feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you, if heaven not my home then Lord what will I do, the angels beckon me from heaven, open door, and I cannot feel at home in this world anymore. Just over in glory land we will live eternally, the saints on every hand are shouting victory, their songs of sweetest praise drift back from heaven's shore. And I cannot feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you, if heaven not my home then Lord what will I do, the angels beckon me from heaven, open door, and I cannot feel at home in this world anymore.